I'm actually sat here just to get some light. I'm sat next to a potential dream vehicle, a Sprinter. Is it Mercedes? I don't even know. I just recognise the word Sprinter, and I know it's prime picking for converting into a vehicle for nomadism, being a nomad. Basically what I think I want to do at the moment, something I'm striving toward. Today's been really it's been quite hard. It's been pretty difficult. I doubled my calories. I binged, essentially just binged on 3 bowls of cereal extra, 3 or 4, I think it might have been 4, let's say 4. I felt not sick but really full. Still feel pretty damn full now. I'm not even tired. It's 8 o'clock. I was up at 2:45. Go home, go to bed soon. But yeah, I guess I want to talk about today a bit. So I quit my job. I had a phone call with a guy. He was very empathetic, which was nice. But he also said multiple times, and he kept drilling it in. He kept trying to. He did it 3 times. He explained to me why it would benefit me and how much it would benefit the company if I did finish up these last 4 hours. At least, A was do the 4 hours where I'm basically helping make the product to be sold, and then thereafter could do 2 to 4 hours a week. I don't think I want to do this 2 to 4 hours a week. It took me a lot of the time today to consider it. I'm going to do the 4 hours to get the $100. Basically just retain what I was given, the $150, because I did 2 hours the other day. Retain that $150 welcome money, which is essentially what it was. So I'm just working for it, which is obviously acceptable. I mean, I asked for the bank details so I could return it. So yeah, I'm going to do that in one day. I said I'd do it in one day, not 2, because I don't want to do 2 hours and then know I have to go back again. It's strange. It seems that I can't spread my focus even that far at the moment. I don't know how my anxiety is doing, but it seems just introducing this into my life has just made me, like, alarm bells go and made me go, whoa, no, you want to focus all on these things. I think at the moment I want to focus just pretty much exclusively on my programming, so my basically what do you want to call it, ambition, my reading, my writing, my diet and my fitness. Those 5 facets, aspects of my life are just all I want to be considering at the moment. I believe primarily throughout the day it would be just programming and then reading/writing and then taking walks when I need a break from the computer screen. Like this evening, instead of taking a break, I went and got a bowl of cereal because I just felt a flurry of anxiety. I did 6 hours of pretty much solid programming today. I got quite a lot done. Considering, I had that stuff for my job, and I did shopping and cooking. I did quite a bit. But I do realise how many hours that I am awake in the day, and it is possible to squeeze out more. But at the moment, I don't want to, pressure myself with even more. 6 hours a day, 7 days a week is great. I can make some solid progress with that. I don't want to be all or nothing. Lest I, succumb to pressure and just break like I did today with food. I realised, as I said this morning, I woke up today at 2:45, got out of bed at like 2:51, just fucking really hungry. That won't be the case tomorrow. Another thing I want to talk about, which kind of motivated this, it caused, there's a better word for it than that, but it caused this video, was how I don't like talking to my dad. And I realised that it's nice because I don't care about his opinion very much. Which is, I guess it's very sad to say that, but like, we just had a phone call and I said like, I quit this job because I want to. He said he was first concerned about. I wrote in the group chat that I was anxious about having anxiety. I was anxious about having anxiety. I was anxious about working for this company, and I told him, like, yeah, I quit on the phone just 10-15 minutes ago. It was like, okay. And I explained to him why. I says I want to just focus on my ambition. I don't think he even knows what my ambition is. I think I had to say, like, oh yeah, I want to go to self-employment. But he didn't ask or anything, and then he just says, oh yeah, well, you might want to keep in mind getting a job, even if it's just like delivering stuff. I was like, yeah. And he says, oh yes, but even, novelists, even when they are trying to write books, they still have to have some menial work, fishermen or whatever. I was like, yeah. Then he brought up my book, said he's read a few pages, 4 or 5 pages of what I sent him like 4 or 5 days ago. And it made me laugh because he said, oh, do you hate women? Because the beginning seems to be quite misogynistic. And it can easily be interpreted that way. I'm not commenting on that at the moment because that's a complex psychological route to go down. But, and he just criticising it, and he said multiple times, oh, by the way, I'm not criticising it. And he said, like, oh yeah, this word here, and what do you mean by this? And it's, and yes, he was realistic, and yes, he was pragmatic or practical, whatever you want to call it. And yes, he was just being honest and being realistic, but it just seems like it's just a wave of just like negativity or criticism or stuff, and that could easily be interpreted as I'm not good enough or I'll never be good enough, because every time I seem to be doing something, he might preface it with, oh yeah, well, it's good that you're doing this, but have you considered, or, but you really should think about, or have you thought about this, or, and it's just not very uplifting at all. And then he'll talk about himself, laugh at his own jokes, and I'm just listening. I could work on it myself. I don't know about the dynamic, but it's been this way for a while. I've broken down in tears to him before because he got frustrated that I wasn't putting an effort in the conversation with him. But I just broke down into tears because I was like, Dad, you don't understand how much I've wanted to be actually really close to you and have a proper relationship, but whenever we have conversations, it just seems to be nothing doesn't click. Sad, but I'm coming to accept it. It's not something I can just accept. It's probably going to take more years. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't really upset me anymore. At most, it disheartens me. It leaves me a little solemn, like I am now. So yeah, that's that. I don't want to be too hard on myself with breaking today. Overeating, I could say, oh yeah, I was a piece of shit. I doubled my caloric intake. I fucked up the week. I could be like that, but I overate today, and I hope that tomorrow's just simply a new day, and I can just eat back at 1700 calories and eat well, cook some stuff. Switch up my cooking a bit because monotony isn't doing me any favours, it seems. Go for a jog tomorrow. My tendon is not fully healed, but hopefully I can still jog on it. Hopefully it will heal within the days off. I also want to do some projects, start that. So today I finished responsive design, or I watched videos on responsive design, but over the last 2 or 3 days I've built 2 separate websites on my own, following just a template of looking at a screen, a picture of a website with 3 different pages, and just building them myself, and with my own custom content, personalised content. So that was something. I've got more of an inkling about how to build a website, from scratch, which is damn good. Considering I've been doing this less than a week. I need to realise that I'm living frugally. Rent's cheap. Rent's $140. If I can spend $60 most a week on food, that's $200. I should be able to last another 4 to 5 months. Hopefully within that time I can source some other income. Think about how much I've achieved. I should remind myself how much I've achieved so far, I got a job, I guess I got Uber Eats, I guess I got into a startup, I guess I'm working toward self-employment, which is something I didn't even consider before I left. That's big, and if I can just knuckle down on self-employment, keep my vision of my potential future at the fore of my mind, great things could happen. Greatness is coming, as Captain Sinbad says. Greatness is coming. So I just need to keep it up and keep a level head. Not be too hard on myself, which is something I'm good at doing, unfortunately. Breaking my diet today, not exercising X amount, not losing this much weight this week. These little things, which to me I can just exacerbate, there's a better word for it than that, magnify out of proportion, whatever the term is. I just need to keep taking walks, and like I'm doing now, like I did earlier. I think I should focus on meditation more. I'm not doing as much as I'd like to be doing. And then reading, and in terms of breaks, reading when I'm taking breaks between programming tasks. Yeah, that's 11 minutes of stuff